Hi everyone, in this video I'll show you how to create your very own Telegram bot using Python. It's easier than you might think, so let's get started. But first thing first, you need to have Python installed on your computer. If you haven't done that yet, head over to python.org and download the latest version. So if you go to the official website of Python programming language, in the top bar in the download tab, you can find out the latest compatible version of Python depending on your operating system. But once Python is installed, you'll need a couple of libraries to interact with Telegram's API. So open up your terminal or command prompt and type the following commands to install the Python Telegram bot library. So while I'm recording this video, the latest version of this library is 21.4. And here's a brief description about the project, the Python Telegram bot library that you can learn to upgrade or complete your knowledge about this powerful library from Python programming language. But before setting up our environment, let's create our bot. So actually it doesn't matter on which platform you're working with Telegram. For example, you can work with Android, iOS, or desktop. Right now I'm using Telegram desktop, so I'm going to search for the bot fodder. This is the official bot that will help you create your own bot. So I'm going to type the start command. I have to type /start. So when I start the bot, I see a couple of different commands that I can interact with the bot fodder and send some commands to create my own bot. Like you see here, these are too many commands. For example, if I select my bot, I receive a response that I have not any bot, which is pretty correct. Right now, I haven't seen any robots created. So let's create a bot. I send the new bot command, and then when I click on the new bot, the bot fodder will ask me to choose a name for my bot. I can choose any name that I want with any language that I know. For my robot, there's no limitation, but so let's select a name for my bot, for example, my test bot, and now the bot fodder asked me to choose a username, but we have a rule for selecting the username for our bot. At the end of the username, we have to add bots or underscore bots. For example, if I select a random username for my robot and send it without bots or underscore bot, it sends me an error as a response and tells me that you have to define bots or underscore bot at the end of your username to be accepted. So let's try it again. And at the end of my random username, I'm going to add underscore bots. And yeah, once you've done that, bot fodder will give you a token. This is super important because it's what your Python script will use to communicate with Telegram. So let's start our bot and see what's actually doing. So like you see, there's no response and our bot will do nothing. So let's talk about the token. What is the token? This token is a unique string of characters that identifies your bot and gives it the permission to interact with Telegram's API. Think of it like a password for your bot. Just as you wouldn't share your personal passwords, you shouldn't treat this token with the same level of security. So let's go and write some code. But before that, we have to create our virtual environment to get started. So for creating a virtual environment in Python programming language, we have to use this command. So I write py-n venv and a name of our virtual environment. Once it's created, we have to enable our virtual environment. So I can enable it in Windows PowerShell using the env/script/activate.ps1. But right now, I wrote env instead of env. So let's fix it, env. And yeah, right now it's working in our virtual environment, enabled, and we can getting started. So let's install the Python-Telegram-bot library, which we talked about it. And now it recommends us to upgrade the pip, but it doesn't matter for now, so forget about it. As you see, we have installed the package that we need, the library that we need, and now let's write some Python code. So we have opened up our favorite code editor, and now let's start a new Python file like main.py. First, let's import the necessary libraries and set up our bot with the token you have received from the bot further. So I'm going to import the update from Telegram, and from telegram.ext, I'm going to import updater, command handler, and context types. And here I'm going to create an asynchronous function called hello, and inside this function as a parameter, I have defined some parameters, obviously. So I'm going to define update, which is going to instantiate the update class, and context, which is going to instantiate the context type, and I'm going to give it a default value, the default type, and then we're going to await update dot message dot reply as text, and then this is the text that we have to respond to the user when the user sends a command that help to run this function, I mean the hello function. So in this function, we're going to say hello to the first name of the user that sends the command. But right now, let's create our app and use the token that we have received from our bot further. So I'm going to create a variable called app, but right now we need the application builder that helps us to set up our bot with the token we got from the bot further. So I'm going to import it from the telegram.ext and pass the token like this, and then build our application based on the token we received from the bot further. And so we build it, and right now I'm going to add an handler. I'm using a function called add handler to my variable app, and inside this function I have to define the command that I want to receive from my user, and then the function that should run when we receive that command from the user. So that's it, and now I'm going to run polling method on my app variable to start or run our bot, and let's add a simple print function to know that our bot is started. So I think that's it. Let's run our bot. First of all, clear the terminal and py main.py. So I have a problem. Yeah. So inside the add handler method, we have to use the command handler class, and now we define the command and the function to respond as that command from the user. Now let's start the bot again. And as you see, we send start command. There's no response because we defined a function or a command handler, not for start, just for the hello command. So if we send a hello command to our bot like this, then we can call the hello function that we have defined and say hello to the first name of the user. And if I say the hello command at slash before that, then yeah, right now you can see that we got the response that we want from the bot, and it says hello Taha, which is my first name of my account. So let's get back to the code and do something funny. Let's use the update parameter and use to add the last name as a response. So I'm going to use update.effective user.last name to send our last name. Let's restart the bot and add the print here to see it when we run it. Yeah, our bot is started. Let's send the hello command again, and yeah, we receive the response like we want. But there's a problem. When we send the start command, there's no response from our bot, and that's a big problem. So let's go to fix it, because it's the main command. So I'm going to create a new asynchronous function called welcome user, and inside that I'm going to define the parameters and the context, which I'm going to pass the context type.default type, and wait the update dot message. So it doesn't work. Yeah, there's a typing error. So update dot message dot reply text welcome to the test bot. And now I have to add the function to the app. So I'm going to add it using the command handler, and I say if the user sends start command, we have to run the welcome user function. And now to test it, let's rerun our bot. We have a problem. No, so let's start the bot, and yeah, when we send the start command, it says welcome to the test bot. So it's worked perfectly. Alright, let's walk through the code we have written to create our Telegram bot. First of all, we imported the necessary libraries and classes that we need, for example, like application builder, update, command handler, and context type. And then we defined the two functions to run when the user sends the specific commands for our bot to respond using these functions. And yeah, that was it. With just a few lines of code, you have set up a simple Telegram bot that can respond to users. So thank you for watching.